Hello and welcome to my latest LP, which is the East collection for... oh wait, East Chronicles Plus is a collection that was on GOG, and hopefully my keys work now because I just tried to record this and my keys didn't work. Okay. So I have beaten this game for the first time today. It didn't take long. It took maybe 6 hours and I didn't know anything. I was completely blind and I played it on normal. So it shouldn't take too long. I'll probably even leave the grinding in because it doesn't take too long. I know my way around a bit easier now, so it shouldn't be a problem. This is a remake of the original that was on pretty much every console, like Master System, NES, and some consoles before that, the MSX2 I think was one of them, just as an example. And unfortunately the soundtrack is different than the original, because I know the original had Yuzo Koshiro, as I listened to a lot of his music. And I've been meaning to play this game for a long time. I even saw my friend who lived across the street, he owned a Master System, and he had East 1. But I never actually saw him play it, I just saw the case. And that's pretty much the only time I've seen East. I saw East 3 for the Mega Drive. My friend had that, a different friend. But he has like everything, he probably has all of them. I just saw him play like 10 minutes of East 3. But this game is a little bit special. It has some pretty cool stuff. The soundtrack is not too bad. It is very short, there are not many maps. The last boss is an asshole, because it's a pure luck fight. I can't see my recorder, so I have no idea how long I've been recording for. So hopefully I can keep this to a good length. Episode 1's going to be a bit longer because this is an intro. It's pretty cool. This particular version I think was based off of East Complete for PC, I think. I can't remember what it was for. But there are like hundreds of versions of this game. There is major differences. I never realised, but that's kind of a spoiler. Bitch. Anyway, there's loads and loads of versions of this game, and I know it varies from the Master System and there's one a fair bit in how the beginning is. Like, I think you actually start in the town we're going to head to. I don't know, I've never actually played that one, but I've been doing a little bit of reading on it. But I do find this game highly entertaining. Okay. So there we go, that was the intro. And now, like every other RPG, we get to do some talking. Okay, so I'm going to let you read this stuff. And we got our HP, our experience in gold at the bottom there. Our name is Adol, hence that, as you can see, we're actually a little bit wounded. We've got 7 HP, we've got a red mark next to yellow. That means we've been hit. Hopefully I'm giving you enough time to read this. You can hear the little birds chirping, that's pretty cool. So we've got Doctor and Slaff, and he's relatively important because we're going to be getting some weapons from that motherfucker. That's right, we're from a different continent. Or maybe just country, might be part of the same continent, not entirely sure. So currently Asperia is surrounded by a storm wall, and no one can get in or out, and that's affecting their import-export business. So yeah, sucks to be them. Oh, and monsters have decided to spawn all over the fucking place. So people are having a rough time. See, now we're 4 HP and we've got 20 HP. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk to every single person in the village. So she's telling us to go to speak to Slaff. And that is dangerous outside. Now when I first played this game, I thought that meant do not go outside, go talk to Slaff. Well, after talking to Slaff, I was left with nothing else to do, so I had to go outside. And I died a lot, a hell of a lot, and then I eventually came across... Okay. This I need healing, I want medicine. I want medicine as a health potion, that's actually quite handy. But the I need healing is unnecessary. As long as you're outside and not in certain parts of dungeons, you can stand still and heal, and you can double that with a healing ring. Okay, so we need to speak to every single person, no joke. There's legitimate reason for that. Okay, so you kill those for food, but that actually has no relevance to us. He is one of the few people who talk shit. So yeah, monsters, 6 months. Like destroying shit. Okay. Yeah, they're a pain because without a weapon you can't do any damage to them. Silver is very important in this game, like extremely important. But there'll be more on that when we come across silver items. Yeah, exactly. You stay there, Granny. This is the weapon store. It's locked. Ah, that's right. Okay, so now they have no customers. Yep. So, unfortunately, this is one of the few times where we'll be talking to everyone, even that guy up there. And it holds purpose this time. So... So people are dying in those storms. The storm wall. So that actually means we're stuck here. So check, I don't think there's anyone there, no. Let's go through a couple of things. We've got our equip, which we have nothing. Leveling up is very important in this game. There's only 10 levels in this version of the game. But when you talk to people, certain characters like appear in the notebook, and there's also an enemy list too. Like if you want to complete those, you can. I think if you're a Steam game, the Steam version, and not the GOG, you get achievements for it. You probably do. I think some of them you may have to speak to a couple of times. There's just... okay, this conversation here is just not really important. In Minia, the next town, the conversations are actually quite important. And me being me, didn't realise that they were important, and ended up just skipping through all the text and not thinking about it and then getting lost and not knowing where to go. So, right, what we want to do is we want to talk to this guy. Oh shit. And... okay. So we're going to go onto the roof and talk to the guy up here. He's basically a lookout to see if there's any monsters. That's about it. That's his job. He stands there all day, protecting the town. Unsung hero. Okay. We have a cursed land. Yeah, well, you can't count on any help either, mostly because of Stormwall. Okay, so this tells you about the militia, obviously, and how they fight off the monsters and try and protect the people of Barbados. Somehow, supposedly kept the monsters out with some kind of mystical hell. Oh! See, now that's important. I skipped that last time and didn't realise why that was important. So this is about the Stormwall, saying how it came to be. And yeah, they all got screwed over, basically. So yeah, this isn't too interesting for you to begin with, but I promise it will get a bit better. It definitely gets better for me to play, at least. This basically tells you how big the game is. There are only a few towns: Barbados, Minia, Zepik, and then there's a couple of dungeons as well, which is the mine is one of them. Dome Tower, yeah. You can see it all the way from Promolock, apparently. And last but not least, Barbados. It's the only important town, is what that said. But so they're no longer exporting, so it's just a fishing village. And the silver trade while it lasted. Yeah, I'm looking to travel throughout Asteria. So yeah, we're pretty close to Minia, and there's like loads of, like 3/5 of the game's gear is in that town. There's 5 sets of gear, most of which you don't use for long. So yeah, by talking to everyone in town, you get the short sword. That's a big deal, because I got to the next town without the sword, killing every monster on the way, and I can tell you, well, not every monster, because there's a couple of monsters you can't kill. But this is the bump system, this is how we attack. Now, it's hard to get used to. I am not brilliant at it, but as you see, you do that. And if I hold circle, I can slow myself down. As you see, I took 1 hit and I lost 10 health. So first thing you want to be doing is you want to be saving. We're going to be saving a lot. And now that we got to some of the action parts, I will be keeping the video running, because and enemies respawn very quickly. Look, see, they're already back. Okay, that guy like top hit me, stand still, heal up a bit. And we want to level up as much as we can, as quick as we can, because one increased level means I can kill everyone here in one hit. And I am going to be farming here probably. Actually, I'll probably... Oh, see, already dead. What was that about? That's what happens if we hack head on. I suppose I could just do the farming between episode 1 and 2. But I still want to kill every enemy I come across. Heal up, stand still, we're outside, we're all good. 20 HP. You can trap them between a wall and just like constantly smash into them. Like so, but he managed to get me because he span. That's unlucky. But yeah, there's nothing here. This is Minia. To get in, you have to run all the way around. And that's the inside. And I'll point out something we can do here. A couple of things we can do. Like this guy. I saw Pim pick a ring off the ground the other day. Right after that, he went straight to his store and put it on the shelf. So that's just like a normal snippet of information in RPG. That's actually important here. We're going to the tavern. And go speak to the one-eyed man, like I was just complaining about not being at work. Okay. Sure, I did it in this order. Ah, they think I'm the thief, that's right. See, he lost his ring. And he's been hired to find the thief, and he thought it was us, that's why they won't talk to us, because we're new. And basically he's telling you to find a rhoda seed, and you can give it to him, I think, but he basically tells you they're a delicacy, and that's a hint at eating them. So what we want to do is we want to find the store, and that's the fortune teller. We don't want that one yet because we need equipment first. But here's the store. So you can speak to him. He's stuck here by the storm too. So we want to look at his stuff. He's got a sapphire ring. It's 1,000 gold. We have 1,056. So we're going to actually buy that. This is a good way to get some cash. Because in the beginning cash is valuable, and then it swiftly becomes unnecessary. So we'll talk to the one-eyed man again. There we go. There we go, 1,500 gold, and I think we got some experience for that too, so we only need 30 experience now. So we're going to quickly buy some equipment. This part's probably been on for a while. What we need first, most definitely, is armor. And shield, because we can't continue the quest line or storyline without them. So we actually need those. and then I'm going to quickly level up because that's the thing to do. The fortune teller's been looking for a travelling swordsman, so that's us, basically. Can we go this way? We can actually go this way. So we're gonna quickly level up because it's the right thing to do. I basically want to show you as soon as possible the difference one level makes. We're having quite a hard time and we're like almost dying really quickly. 6 experience to go. We gained 15 health. And now look, bam, gone. They're nothing to us now. Absolutely nothing. So that's what I wanted to show off. Just how awesome that is. The music's pretty good too, but it gets quite repetitive after a while. So we're gonna listen to Sarah. She's gonna send us on our main quest, and then I'm gonna end the part. Are you familiar with the Books of East? I am, but some of you may not be. Ancient civilization, they disappeared. There's books of them, and they're trying to find them. And the fortune teller says one's in the mountain shrine. Yes, I will, but we'll be doing shit before we go in that shrine because that place is dangerous at level 2. Actually, it's not. The boss, however, is. And please visit Jiba in the town of Zebek. She is my aunt. To the northeast. It's pretty good stuff. So we're going to save, end the part here, and move on. Remember the way out. There we go. Okay. Thank you for watching part 1. And I promise it will get a little bit more interesting from here on. I look forward to seeing you in the next part.